that instinct automatically? Because remember, some of this stuff is genetic. They either have it or they don't, right? This is what it's all about, people. Attack the boy! He must know that I'm in the dog fight with him. I'm next to him side by side. We have a bond that's unbreakable. Damn, we had people waiting before the show even started. People are sorry about that. Getting over this cold. We actually had cold weather here in LA yesterday and today, and it's raining. Can you believe that shit?
Oh, it's been raining here in Arizona too. Big rain. We got a month worth of rain in like freaking 2 days.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait some more people to come in. Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about because see, I have a newsletter guy. I think I sent you. You remember I sent you that?
Yeah.
I sent you that. Okay. So he turned me on and said, "Hey man, you should have been charging a long time ago, especially the one-on-one coaching. Oh my God." And I was like, you know what? I was trying to help people out and give them the best advice, and some people took advantage of the situation where every time they get a dog or potentially get a dog, they want to send me the pedigree and ask me, "What do you think? What do you think?" I'm like, "Nice dog, probably won't work. Very pretty dog." And so I got tired of that because it's like, if I was to answer all those people, you know how much time that take out of my day, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, people, I want you guys. Thanks for chiming in today on your 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what time zone you guys are in, but this is definitely feels like easy, like Sunday morning, but with the rain outside. And I always bring my guy Syed on here. We're going to talk about those probiotics too.
Yeah.
And just talk about why he's had the path of mentorship, kennel counseling, kennel consulting, and why he charges and why I should be charging, especially what happened to me in most recent weeks. And we'll get into that. I'm pretty pissed. Everybody who knows me or who know of me know I don't ask shit for nobody. If I can't get it on my own, I ain't going to get it. Right? I hate people doing stuff for me for free because now they're going to bring it up when it's time to bring it up. I'll give you an example. In my warehouse here, I have 2 spaces, right? 3 parking spaces. The next door neighbor, this is an industrial zone, has a plumber that came over and parked in front of my space. Now, I love to have my personal space. That's like somebody parking in your driveway, bro, behind your car. Like, who are you? Park on the street, right? And so we actually got into a verbal altercation. He said, "Well, move your piece of shit to another stall." I said, "No, I pay for these 3 stalls." He's like 70-year-old, man. So I'm like, and I kind of knew that at some point we was gonna bump heads because I'm high energy. I resolve shit quickly, and he's a laid back guy. So when I got that dog food, right, the dry kibble from Inunshuk, they play games with the shipping. Like they will come to your place with a flatbed with no lift gate, and you paid for a lift gate. So my neighbor has a pallet jack, well, a forklift. So he said, "Gerald, I get it, no problem." My guy Syke at South Bay Malawa, he wanted to, because we all put an order together. It was like 3 pallets of dog food. We all put an order together. We get a cheaper price. Sykes wanted to give him like $30, $40, $50 for helping us out. The guy refused the money. And I was like, damn, I don't like people taking off from their job, even though he's right next door, to do something for me for free. And we got into it, man. And guess what? He brought that shit up. He said, "I helped you with that." I said, "Hey, we wanted to pay you." So it all comes full circle in regards to this conversation today. And I want to start off by saying my special guest, she's become a bi-weekly or weekly visitor, Syed from TRK Kennels. You can follow him on Instagram at TRK underscore Rottweilers. And then you can go to his website at TR Kennels.co, not .com. You won't get there if it's .com. And I want to say, oh, I don't know what happened to him, but he'll be back. It's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a wild hair. Oh my God, Nubius. Yeah, bro. My guy kind of toasted me. When I needed him the most, he toasted me. We'll talk about it. I hope the Syed come on. Anyway, so people, the reason why for people that I've been dealing with up until now, I'm never going to tax you guys to talk to me because our stuff was built on friendship, understanding, and professionalism. So I would never tax you going forward. But these New Jack motherfuckers, they getting taxed, especially when you want to do everything via thumbs or Instagram or email. So we got to change the game. Time is money. Dog is not even my part-time job. It's not how I pay my mortgage. But this is how I pay my dogs' health care, their food, their training, their self-care. And I have a newsletter guy that goes through all my content. And I'm going to have a newsletter out there about up and coming events, stud books, mock or demoed stud contracts. Well, here he comes. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me? I don't know what happened.
I can't see you. You got the lid or something. There we go.
And a minute, this freaking.
What happened?
I don't know. I lost you, and then I was online for like freaking a few seconds. Then I just kept telling you that, hey, Gerald, I lost you.
Yeah, it just dropped off. And then your laptop started closing because the camera was too big. You there?
I don't know. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you and see you.
Good. So I want to get into to what extent do you give any free advice, if any? And what is the purpose of you charging for mentorship or kennel consulting or dog bloodline consulting? What is the purpose behind that?
So I value my time, right? My time is very, very important for myself. So I decide where I'm going to put my energy to, right? I post a lot of videos on social media, on YouTube and Instagram, TikTok and stuff. That is a free advice. That's a free education, literally. If anybody wants a hands-on experience with me, anybody wants to be mentored, right? So I started my mentorship program about over a year ago. And because I learned that, okay, I have proven record, with litters, with producing champions and not just buying champions, I'm actually producing them. I'm actually competing at an international level in Europe. You know what I mean? So, and on top of that, then
That's okay. It's a
delivery
dog.
guy just, huh?
It's a dog. Do that.
Yeah, he's sitting right here. So, hey, Pablo. So the thing is, I value my time. That's why I charge. And the thing is, if you're asking me for advice, means that you value my advice. So if you value, you gotta pay for it. It's very, very simple. And if you want just a free advice, you can go through all my videos on YouTube or Instagram and stuff, and you get free education. It'll literally walk you through what to look for in a dog. It'll literally walk you through what are the breed standards, what are the disqualification and all that. I've done all that stuff. Now there are a lot of things as a breeder. If you're upcoming breeder or you're an existing breeder and you're hitting, a lot of time people are facing those obstacles that because Google don't have all the answers. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, I have a litter on the ground, right? When that litter was born, the first puppy got stuck. You know, the first puppy is the head was out, the stuck. Now, how I got the puppy out, because the female, it's the first litter.
Right.
She pushed for 5 minutes. She pushed, and then guess what? She gave up. She stopped pushing. That's an emergency trip, and you can Google it, or anybody can Google it. Google doesn't have answer how to get the puppy.
I'm gonna do one of Syed's move. How's that, guys? I thought you was in Arizona, man. Why is your internet choppy? You got ceasefire? So sorry about that, guys. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a good one. But it says he's in. I don't know what's going on with him. Anyway, I'm going to talk about my issue in detail. And it's going to be some no cap crap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'll give you guys the actual situation that happened that made me say, okay, I'm done with him. Yeah, he went out. He's coming back in. And it's really sad because everybody knows that, you know, I'm not going to be asking you for favors. You know, if I can't get it done myself, I'm going to do it out or it just won't get done. And when I reach out to you and you're taking 3 weeks to return a phone call, and those who know who have my number, I'm Johnny on the spot with this goddamn text messaging. Yeah, I know that. And don't let me text you. I'm the type of guy, I usually text and call. So now you can't miss it, right? My wife knows that one of the complaints that the business that I own, that none of these people ever say, oh, he doesn't return my call. He doesn't answer my emails. Bullshit. Do I look like a guy that doesn't answer any of my text messages or phone calls? Other than my wife, I sleep with this phone. It's always on a charger. So we're going to get into it. And there's been some crazy kooky shit coming up about ATL Doberman that I wasn't aware of. I remember when it went down, but you know, I don't be touching shit like that because anything associated with that, I ain't trying to get involved, you know. And I don't know how it was, but I heard about raffling dogs. Who raffle pure pedigree dogs? Every dog has a price, you know. And sometimes if you're a good breeder, you don't have enough dogs, you know. So here we come again,
Bro, I'm just on my phone now. I just turned off every my thing. This shit is working. I don't know why. It's just pissing me off now.
yeah. You got it on tripod or you just holding it?
I'm holding it because my tripod, it's right here. I was trying to get it on the freaking level, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not fucking holding it. There we go.
Actually, the lighting is better with your cell phone. I'm like, damn, dog, you were looking darker than me. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, bro.
What about now?
Beautiful.
Huh?
Beautiful. Beautiful. So what were we saying?
If I can freaking get disconnected, this is gonna be the worst freaking life people.
I don't think you're gonna get disconnected on your cell phone.
Yeah.
Because at worst case scenario, your internet is going to kick in his own internal Wi-Fi, his 5G.
Yeah. So
right,
what I was saying is I value my time, right? And if you're asking me for advice, that means you saw something that I know that you don't, and you need to know. So I'm not no Google.
Right.
I have spent a lot of money, countless hours. I've taken big L's, and if you want to join the mentorship, it's my responsibility to guide you, to steer you in the right direction, and make sure that you don't make the mistakes that I made. Right? As a mentor, when you're in the whelping box delivering puppies, if you face that obstacle that you don't have any way out, or you don't know what to do and what's next, that's where I come in. That's where my expertise come in, where we have faced everything. You just name it, like, freaking, from uterus infection to puppies dying inside, to when to call it, when to give oxytocin, how much to give, everything. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that knows that, but I don't give free advice anymore.
Yeah.
People send me their the pedigrees. People send me that, hey, can you tell me? I'm not no judge. I'm not no judge, right? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna tell you a fucking how your dog is. So look at the breed standards. If breed standard says ABC and your dog is XYZ, then you know that freaking your dog's not as per breed standards. It's very simple. And breed standards are not something that are hidden or very exclusive. They're available for everybody. Everybody. Literally, you, me, anybody can Google FCI Rottweiler breed standards. They're available in 4 different languages. Pull up a PDF on English and read it. I freaking know it. I memorize it. I live breed standards, right? Because that's what I breed.
You
So
know what? Go ahead.
no. So this is why I tell people that, hey, if you wanna if you wanna learn something, you gotta pay. Because free education is not going to be hands-on. You know?
Yeah.
What's that comment? What is it? Because it's too
That's my
little
girl
on my
Meredith.
on
That's
my
She said, mad respect to you, TRK. But if a person calls me in an hour of need, I do my best to help them. I feel you. I feel you will do the same for the love of the dog or puppy. No, that's it depends. I mean, that's up to you though.
Well, the thing is, you won't have my phone number unless you're my mentor. so,
For real. You won't have a
so,
Google number. You had a real number.
so you can call me. You can reach me. People that I connect, people that are my clients, people that I do have mentorship. Sorry, mentees, and the people that I'm mentoring, they have called me. I have gotten a call at fucking 2 in the morning. Swear to God. I got a call with one of the client at like somewhere close to 1 a.m. You know, I answered because I'm usually awake. If I have puppies, I'm hardly sleeping, but I rarely sleep for the whole night anyway. But the thing is, but you're not getting a hold of me unless I know you. You just not. Yeah. What is that? What does that say?
It says if you're a novice to the game and you want to get your first registered, really nice dog, how do you know you're getting a good deal on a dog you're trying to buy and not paying more than you should be? And that's you
That's
got
a
to get
great
it.
question.
Yeah.
That's a great question. So this is where whoever's asking. This is where I would tell you, doesn't matter whatever breed it is, right? As long as it's a recognized breed, not some bullshit breed, but as long as it's a recognized breed, you learn the breed standards. Once you know what the breed standards are, you would know what to look for, right? So that's a confirmation part. Now there's more thing goes into dogs because they have to be level-headed. They have to be sound, like stable, mind. Because you don't want a bad character dog. Because a lot of time people say that, oh, show dog cannot be a working dog. Working dog cannot be a show dog. No, that's all bullshit. A good character dog can be a show dog, can be a working dog, can be a companion. That's
Yeah.
just how it works. A
So let me ask you
good,
this:
yeah.
when somebody mentioned about, and I'll put that comment up in a minute, Butler Brown. Um, when somebody buys a dog from you, do they have? They're part of the extended family now. Do they have access to you about their dog for the life of the dog, or does it's only like somebody say, "Hey, man, my dog is pooping really bad when I change the kibble. What do you suggest?" Is that an extra cost, or is that part of them being your client? Because
No,
once
it's
they buy a
part.
dog from you, they're your family.
They're TRK family, man.
Yeah.
So you buy a dog from me for the first 12 months. I'm there, right? Once the 12 months done, after that, you still. I received a message today. Like literally, it's a 2.5-year-old dog. I received a message today. I responded. It's no problem. I'm not gonna be dick about it. That, oh, you gotta pay me.
You're right.
You,
So
you
Butler,
know.
I think Butler says, as breeders, you should be educators of the breed to make the breed better. That's gatekeeping. So let me expound on that, Syed. So I think Butler is misunderstanding what you're saying. So Syed said at the crux of of our podcast that he has a barrage of information about the Rottweiler online. I am sure whatever question you had, he's already addressed it. Now, what he is saying as a mentor, you just can't be calling him once a month, twice a month, asking him about a Roddy when there's copious amounts of information out there on the internet for the world to see. That's what he's talking about. It's like, don't waste my time when you haven't did your research. If you love
It's
something,
you gotta do your research
yeah,
because see, the thing is people don't do their research. People don't understand what this breed is all about. People just want to just jump the gun, call this and that, and then what this person is that, hey, you should be gatekeeper and stuff. So if you know, first of all, do your research about me or about any other ethical breeder, and you will understand and go through my profile, the whole thing. You will not find a video that says, hey, puppy for sale, or tap in, or join in, fam, or this, that, all these bullshit slangs. I don't do none of that. All my videos are educational videos.
right,
It's literally all the videos I make, I try to help people understand what this breed is, what to look for in an ethical breeder. And I always said there's a lot of good breeders out there. Just find them, go find them, right? And then if you want TRK pup, I hardly ever have pups available. So unless you're willing to reserve in advance and be on wait list, you're never gonna get a puppy from me. That's just how my program works. I'm not complaining. I'm glad to have this problem. I'm very happy to have this problem,
yeah,
right? And that's so again, do your research, my friend, and you will know that what I am all about. You will understand that, okay, here's the gatekeeper that you're saying that. And I don't, when I say breed standards, I'm not talking about AKC. I'm talking about the real ADRK FCI breed standards. That's what I follow and promote and support.
my boy at 30 Bound Kennels, he said a lot of people, a lot. This is crazy. That's why Chat GTP is really a handicap for people who need to learn. He said a lot of people want the information handed to them. They got to they got to work for it, and that's real talk. But you know
Yeah.
what? The thing is that, see, I'm gonna put it on a broader spectrum, right? Watch this. I'm gonna make you guys think. So there's a breeder in Vegas that I deal with on a daily basis, if not every other day. Her name is Gypsy Boyd of Lauderdale Kennels, right?
Mhm.
Now, I took it upon myself to mentor her kennel, right? Now, I told her where we need to go to get quality females, what type of tests we need on those
Mhm.
females. I said, this is what we need, the type of female, the geno and the phenotype, right? Now,
Yeah.
she incurred in the teens. I'm not going to say exact amount, just say over 15 grand,
Mhm.
right? Cash, right? In hopes that she recovers from that. Now,
Mhm.
as a mentor, and and her as a mentee, I felt just as stressed as she did because she followed the script to the T.
But did you introduce the seller?
Um, did I? Because she already had one dope. Did
Because
I?
if you, so here's things get very things can get tricky, right? If
Yeah,
you are my mentee and I am introducing you, I'm getting you in touch with Mr. A, and then you don't buy from Mr. A, you're doing your own research and you go get scammed by Mr. fucking B, then don't come to me. Then I literally
right.
walked you through to freaking, I walked you to the well,
So
freaking,
in this
and then
case, in this situation, it was a grown female, and I knew the breeder because I've gotten a dog from her before,
mm,
right? And so I felt confident that we're going to get what we wanted.
yeah.
And sure enough, we got her within 7 days of her being on U.S. soil. She was coming in
Mm.
season. She was coming in season. And you there?
Oh yeah. Give me one. Yeah, I'm listening, bro. Give me 1 second.
Right. So as
My food delivery just got here.
what you eating?
No, the foundation roll.
Oh,
My whole palate just up. Semi. I get like whole semi.
yeah, yeah. I was like, what you eating? I was like, show that food, man.
No, if I was, uh, if it was that, then uh,
Yeah,
I'd be eating right now.
right. So my thing is that I took it upon myself to connect her with the right people, to do
Hmm.
the right things because she was a bliss to it. And people don't understand when you're a mentor or a kennel consultant, stress is upon you because now, like you said many weeks ago, your name is everything. Your name is everything.
Everything, bro. Everything.
Yeah,
That's why I like I said in in my mentorship program, my mentees that I do have, it's my responsibility to make sure that they make it, to make sure that they're successful, right? As long as they're following the program, as long as they understand, and then I connect every week. Every week I connect with them,
right.
you know, and then that doesn't mean that if they have a question during the week and they gotta wait for the weekend to connect with me, they can just reach out to me whenever they want. And I've gotten calls. One had a litter. I've gotten calls at freaking 4 in the morning that, hey, it's been 2 hours. I'm like, fuck, what, 2 hours? No, freaking give her oxytocin. Because even, anyways, I don't want to go in depth and start giving free advices again. But I've learned my lesson.
So the reason why I wanted to do this podcast today is because, and you've been a mentor to other people who didn't follow the script, right? They ventured off, even though you gave them the books, the answers, open book tests. They still ventured off a different way. Therefore, you probably had to terminate the mentor mentee contract, right? So this is comical, bro. And I'm not the one to be throwing names in kennels, but there was a guy. So let me give you guys a backstory. Syed, you remember when I put online where this guy T from ATL Dobermans was like, I'm going online. We're going to talk about he got toasted by a European
Yeah,
breeder,
yeah,
blah blah blah. I was like, cool, let's do it, because that's how we can be preventative. On, excuse me, on not getting toasted again, right?
yeah.
And as soon as I put it up, bro, it was funny as shit, man. I got a barrage. I put that up because I got the music in the background, the Al Green or the Gap Band, outstanding, and I put it up, and I got DMs from WhatsApp.
Oh, freaking this semi is
Go,
leaving,
go ahead, go
bro.
ahead. I can talk to them while you're going.
All right, give me 1 second.
Yeah, because they want to hear this.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what happened, guys. This gets juicy. Now you guys know me that I'm expedient. and I'm expeditious when it comes to messaging you guys, all of you guys. Anubius, 30B, all you got, Meredith, you guys know that you ain't got to wait hours for no return call or text. And 4 weeks ago, I get during that whole process, when I was going to go live with this situation, I get a DM message. I'm not going to say who, because it's been resolved, that says 2 words, podcast canceled. And I messaged back. I said, podcast canceled? So what the fuck does that mean? Podcast canceled. And then he said some more 2 words, simply canceled. So I hit T back. I said, hey man, I'm getting these messages about, they said the podcast is canceled. I said, what's going on? He said, yeah, man. And people, let me tell you something. It's going to be very rare. Anubius knows this. Everybody who's imported knows this. Other than the breeders that we deal with on a regular basis, there are no refunds. You won't get a refund. You there?
All right, we're good now. We're good.
Okay. So what happened was, and I'm going to say it again. So I got a message from WhatsApp from a guy. He said, podcast canceled. And remember, by that time, I already put it out there. I've got like thousands of people like waiting to hear this, because we need to listen. eBay is so great because eBay police themselves. We need to be helping each other out, right? And so I want to put the awareness out there, like, yo, I'm not going to put names. I'm going to let my guests put names out there. And within the next day, it says canceled, simply canceled. I said, what the fuck going on? He said, they refunded me my $7,500 and they're giving me a free dog.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. We talked about that. Yeah.
And a free dog. Like, he keeps the dog he got.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And he gets another dog. And he gets his money back. Now, I don't ask for no money. Never did. I didn't say, hey, man, can you kick me like 10%? I don't want it, because I'm sure that money was just as important to you as it was when you sent it off, right? There's no big deal. So I've been trying to reach somebody in the Fullerton, DeKalb County area, which is Atlanta. Mm-hmm. He's in Atlanta. And people, you want to fact check that shit, fact check it. For 3 weeks, Syed, for 3 weeks, you know me. I'm quick on text. I'm quick on calls. I'm quick on emails. Mm. I'm calling him like an ex-girlfriend with the greatest stuff in the world. Right? And I'm like, wait a minute. I just know that he's not avoiding my calls. And so I called Keenan. I said, Keenan's from, shout out to Keenan at Thoroughbred Dobermans. And I helped him get his shit started too. All these cats, I get their hip shit started, bro. All of them. There's not a kennel out there. Most of them have gotten shit from my lines first. I took the L's so they don't have to. And I get a little pissed off talking about it, because it's like I didn't deserve the treatment or lack thereof. And I'm like, wait a minute. I just know this dude is not avoiding my text message, because what I needed from the guy in Atlanta was important. It was medicine. It was the NextGuard, those tablets that we get a really great deal on versus what you have to get here prescribed now, right? Yeah. Uh-huh. And I'm like, wow. And so I see him posting on Instagram during this whole process. You know, Instagram ain't got no goddamn timer on where it releases an ad every now. No, you posting videos of puppies you just sold to a new breeder with the t-shirt on. And that's another thing people bought off that I started a trend. Every time somebody buy Adobe, you get a free t-shirt. Well, you think it's free, but you really pay for it, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, wow. And so I'm blowing them up. I'm like, yo, dog, I need you. Finally, my guy that I want to get in touch with actually called me back. He said, man, I apologize. That guy, ATL, he didn't fucking call me back. So he called me back after he texted me back just 2 days ago or yesterday. I said, man, I'm going online about this, man. I ain't doing no more free nothing, because without me, I can 100% equivalently tell you, without me, nobody over there in Eastern Europe gonna wire this guy his money back.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Yeah.
And that money
Money
was
over
wired
there.
months
Yeah.
ago.
Money over there is a one-way street.
Huh?
I said, you send money over there. That's a one-way street.
Yeah, it's one way. And you better hope you
Straight
wired it to the with the right Swiss account, right? And it was like after that, I started getting, and this is allegedly now, people. I do remember the situation. So I'm not trying to be CNN or Don Lemon, none of that shit. But I do remember that this guy was doing raffles. Now, we sold all 13 puppies. We didn't have to do no raffle, right? If you got a good brand and you're advertising right, you're doing the proper steps to show the best parts of your dogs, being transparent about your dogs, you don't have to have a raffle. And I was pissed off about that. And somebody hit me up about it and said, hey, man, talk to your guy about this raffle. So I kind of DM'd him, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to go off in the deep end with him because when I go to that dark place, I'm like, I'm coming to Atlanta, come see you. If you're that tough, I'm going to come there and see you. But I got shit to lose now. I got mortgages. I got shit to lose.
It's not just that, bro. The thing is, you're still it's what sounds like of course you're a passionate guy, and you were disappointed more so of just like pissed off and stuff at that point. So you were just kind of where what I have decided, what I have started doing for about it's been a decade now, that if I don't give you second call. I don't give you, because when I know for a fact I called you and you got like it rang, and you didn't answer, and then tomorrow you didn't call me back, I'll never call you back. That's just how I am. And because it's my energy, it's my time, I'm the one who's going to decide where I put it. Nobody else is going to drive that. So since I changed my mentality and the way I live in personal life and professional life and all that stuff, man, it's been so good. And I only surround myself with people that actually give a shit about things in life. And I would say fucking losers, right? I don't have time for them. I
Yeah.
just don't, because what they do, they find excuses for everything, and because they're losers, and I don't want them to bring that energy near me. Just I don't want them to give me those negative vibes and shit.
Okay,
So
so this person right here, Mommy Pleasure 711. So let me give you more information, because you're saying that if so, they didn't resolve shit. I resolved the number one. Okay. If they resolved the issue amongst them, they didn't resolve it amongst themselves. I resolved it. If they're amongst themselves on making it a public spectacle, here's the deal. During that whole debacle, I was about to go to IDC show. So I'm getting threats like, yo, the guy is a big time factory owner and he's not going to take kindly to you. And this is exactly what I said. I said, listen, if he wants to go to blows over there about this dog, we can make this shit on CNN. I'm not taking threats over no dog. So when you talk about me a pleasure, know the whole detail. Let me calm down. I'm getting threats like, yo, the owner gonna talk to you when you see him at IDC. Like, fuck that,
bro. So another thing, right? People, and here, this is what I believe. Yes, I did bring it up with Trav. When I connected with him on his podcast, that place where I'm from, place where I grew up, right? And I've traveled. I've been traveling. This is my 11th country, right? I'm living in, with the zip code, address, mailing address, and shit. Where people here, they don't know the consequences. It's just, and there are a lot of keyboard warriors. A lot of
yeah.
them. They're keyboard warriors. They will say, "I will do this," and blah 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 blah, but then they have never faced the consequences of actions, the wrong actions with the wrong person, and then you don't do that shit ever again. With you, guys like us, we don't get into that kind of bullshit anymore because we got a lot to lose. And these,
Yeah.
again, back to these losers, they're losers. You know, they don't have what you have. So my advice to you, bro, and to people that that know me, I always tell people that, hey, you decide who, who gets your energy, who gets your attention. Nobody
Yeah.
else. You don't you don't let nobody, like, I have such a thick bro. I am the kind of guy now that it takes a lot to piss
Yeah.
me off, because you're not, because those people, they're not important to me, so they can't piss me off. They just not. I don't care about that. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you feel. I don't care whether you like me or you don't like me, whether I hurt your feelings. I don't give a shit.
Right.
What I care about is my family, my dogs, my clients, and my close friends, the people that I fuck with,
Yeah.
right? And that's it. I'm not here uh hanging out every day with every, bunch of people. I don't, so it's like we're, this is another thing's part of the mentorship, that when you're running a business, because a lot of time people think that it's just a kennel, right? If you're running a kennel, like a just, oh, you got dogs, that's where you're wrong. I don't like when people call it a game. I don't take it as a game. It's a serious, legitimate business, right? And it's the dogs. That's what you don't want to play around with that, you know. So it's part of the mentorship, again, that people, I have walked people through that, how to channel your energy, how to channel your anger. And like you're a passionate guy, and then you were disappointed with what I'm understanding,
Yeah.
with what happened, and then it was coming out in a way that maybe you don't want it to come out, maybe, but it's sometimes it's okay to let it out. It's okay. But what I tell people that, hey, don't let these losers take away energy from you. Take your time. Like, it's just, be smart about it. And that's
Yeah.
how, that's how it should be, man. That's what I always tell people, that, hey, you cannot you cannot allow nobody to tell you how to feel certain things, because it's your life. You need to be in a driving seat. You're driving your life. You're driving your energy. You're driving your mood, your business, and your family, and your goals, and all that stuff. If you start getting involved in these side noises and distraction and stuff, you're never gonna achieve your goal. Because you're always gonna be just fighting, and just always gonna be distracted with these freaking noises.
Yeah.
Just, you have to be like laser focused and so fucking disciplined that it becomes dangerous. That shit, man. We don't want to fucking talk to that guy, because he's gonna just keep winning. We don't want to, like that, have that mentality. Like my old mentor, my boy Sam, he used to say that, hey, and even though we were in corporate world, but he would say that, hey, we're gonna be in kill or be killed mode, right? But that doesn't mean we're fucking killing people.
Right.
But it's like, hey, we're not giving up. We have goals to achieve.
I think what my problem is that I'm too willing to help.
You
You know what I'm
gotta,
saying?
bro. I'm this.
I
I've
already
been there.
realized, like, you know what? It ain't working.
I've been there, brother. I've been there. Trust me. I used to help so many people, and I still do. I still to this day do. If I see somebody something outside, when I'm out somewhere and I want to help them, I just give my 2 cents that, hey, so and so, I've done da 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 da, this and that. I'm at the vet. If I'm in the sitting in the lobby,
and I see the dog is getting anxious or dog is getting angry, and then people are trying to comfort the dog, so means encouraging that same
Yeah.
behavior. I correct them that, hey, just an FYI, it's a puppy, so let it be, let it be a fucking dog. It's fine, it's okay. And you're encouraging that bad behavior. So I still do, but I'm very, very picky, even when it comes to mentorship. Not everybody can join the mentorship program, right? You and I were talking about certain individual that wanted to join. I turned them down because they don't have the right mindset. They don't have what it takes to just keep pushing. And
Yeah.
if you can't follow what I am doing, then I'm not gonna put my name on you. It's very simple. Like, and the same thing, not everybody gets to buy a TRK dog. I do a phone screen. And if I'm not comfortable and if I don't trust you, you're not getting it, because I'm grateful and I'm happy and I'm just glad that we are in a position that if I don't have a right family for my dog, you've seen my space. I got enough space. I'll keep the fucking litter. I'm fine. So
Yeah.
it's very important to decide and choose who you do business with, who you surround yourself with, because all that will determine your well-being, your energy. Even with the family, there are a lot of family people that are just fucking piece of shit.
This guy, Pump 1768, he says, if you Google search information about Rottweilers, all you get are vague answers. Nothing about the different bloodlines or purposes of the lines. So he's not really doing. He's not searching the breed standard.
No,
Because
so that is something. This is what people do, right?
right,
When people looking for a dog, a Rottweiler puppy, they go on Google. That's the most common search engine. They go on Google. They do Rottweiler puppies for sale. They do Rottweilers near me. Just a basic thing, right? Rottweiler puppies, right? Cheap Rottweiler puppies, whatever fucking, short. So these are the things that you look for, people look for. And then in that search, they get bunch of people. If they have their location on, then they get, like, surrounding areas, same state and whatnot. But if they don't have their location on, then they get like a lot, like a. I get, when I ask people that, hey, how did you find me? Some ask, some find me on social media, and some on my website, right, on Google. I'm like, what? Wait, what? You're in fucking New York, right?
right.
So you're finding me on Google, which is, I'm glad, but people do their research. And if you go and you get like 10 breeders, 5 breeders, or even 2 breeders, then it's your responsibility to make sure that, hey, which is out of those two that I want to give my business to? Who's doing the right by the breed, by the dog? Who's keeping the dogs the way they should be kept? Who's actually helping the breed get better, right? And instead of just pumping puppies to pay their fucking bills. So all these things, it's all on buyer. And once you decide that, then you reach out to that individual, that whoever the breeder may be. And if that breeder is piece of shit, then you didn't do your research right. If the breeder is great, good job.
Let
It's
me ask you
it's
this:
it's so simple.
you said something on TikTok or Instagram. You said if a person called and asks you how much is the first question. Talk about that.
So I get a lot of messages on DMs, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on my website. Contact us and whatnot. And people ask me, how much are you puppies? How, or
First
just
question.
or just how much? Or how much do they run for? Or I got a new one. What's the deal? There's no fucking deal. What are you fucking talking about? What's the deal, right? So any of those questions, they never hear back from me, because here's how it works. If price, you know, is your first concern, then that tells me a lot about you, that what you're looking for, because you're not focused on if the dog is well bred or poorly bred. Is if the dog are the parents proven in any titles where it shows that hey, they have a stable mindset. Are there any hereditary issues in the bloodlines that you're breeding? And another important question: why are you breeding? That's what, if I was a customer, I would ask that freaking to a breeder. Why are you breeding Rottweilers? You know, and you know, so these are the questions should be asked instead of how much. So I don't, and I'm gonna be brutally blunt here, that people that ask how much, they're the one that they can't afford it. That's just the fact.
I can believe that.
You know,
They have a budget. They
because
want to have a budget, and like you're gonna go over that budget
exactly.
in vet bills.
Exactly. So when people are asking that how much, they have a budget in mind, and they don't have a quality in mind. They don't have a purpose in mind. They don't have all these things in mind. All they have in mind that hey, we have this budget of fucking 1,500, 2,000, or 500, whatever, and that's where we want to stay within, and that's where you go wrong, and then you get those accidental breedings, puppies, and poorly bred pups. And another thing, I made a video, right, a while back, that poorly bred puppies are also purebred, so people understand that, you know. So so just understand. And if you, I don't know, are, what is that?
That's market. He said
Oh, I don't know.
they will
Yeah.
they fill out their application. If they are approved by us, they will then get a phone call once he approves the clients. He filters the real ones. So if you're serious
Well,
about it,
it's the same thing what we're talking about, right? Like
yeah,
earlier, I said that hey, phone screen. So I have a phone screen, and then my phone screen's like I drill, and I expect to be drilled by by my clients. You know, it's just that's just how it is, and I want people to understand that quality matters. Quality over quantity. Talk to the breeder, grill the breeder. Like, you know, if you see, I always try to give like cars as example, right? When you go to a, like me personally, like I can't afford a $500,000 fucking Bugatti Veyron, right? I'm not gonna go in the showroom
yeah,
asking how much.
right,
I'm not gonna go because I can't afford that. It's simple as that, right? I can't even go uh drop like 400,000 on freaking Lamborghini. So I'm not gonna go and say how much.
yeah. Why make
At
the visit?
at the same, why make the visit, right? So that you're just wasting time. And another thing is like people have said that oh I should mention price and this and that. My business page is not fucking marketplace. They're my business page. So I'm and my niche is education, promotion of the real Rottweilers, not some bullshit like knockoff uh, bad gene pool. And so that's what I focus on, right? It's like it's the same thing. If you go or to Lamborghini or these big Rolls Royce and Bugatti Veyron, and they don't have like freaking this price sticker on the windshield and park the vehicle parked outside. They don't have that because their class is different, their qualities are different, their clientele. Same thing. There's another thing, clientele. Clientele is very important. Like that's what I focus on. If the people are focused way too much on the price, they're not my clientele. Why should I waste my time with them?
Right.
Why?
Hey, this
I'm
person asked a question, and only you can answer this. They ask you, what made you fall in love with the Rottweiler?
Man, it's so. I like big dogs, right? It's a great question. So I like big dogs, and I was when I've always been a German Shepherd guy until about 10 years ago. That's when I got into Rotts. And when I got my first Rottweiler, and like he's the power, the size, the drive and the robustness, the head. He's Rottweiler is a complete package. So in this is just in my opinion. If you go Doberman, too light for me, too skinny for me, right? I don't like that, right? You go Cane Corso, Borbals and Pressas and all that stuff. They're too big for me. Means
Yep.
I'm not a small dude. I'm a decent freaking 6'1", 220. But the thing is, they're just too much dog for me. So you come down, Rottweiler is a complete package. You get the size, you get that freaking goofiness, the temperament, but a well-bred Rottweiler, not a poorly bred, because the poorly bred, you're gonna start hating the breed. That's where the bad rep comes for the breed. So that's just a confirmation. But then when I got my first Rott, man, he's like my shadow. The Rottweilers are people's dogs. You can be on freaking 100 acres, they'll be right next to you. They'll follow you everywhere, and it's still to this day, he follows me. Like, I'm not kidding. Like,
Look at them, and that's just one of them.
that is one of them. Yeah, yeah. So it's just so that's just like I would say just an overview why I love this breed. What made me fall in love, and then once I start to understand and know that, hey, what this breed has to offer and how this breed is being ruined by a lot of bad breeders, that's where I was like, I'm gonna breed for the betterment of the breed.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, let's do questions because I gotta go and then start
Okay.
unpacking the
Shout out to Muller. Yo, yo. There's no other questions. I would say
TRK. You seem like a question. Yellow heart.
a yellow heart, red hands, or a yellow heart, hands, a yellow
Hand.
heart, red. Okay. All right.
I don't know what that
It's,
means,
it's, a,
but
it's
thank
a
you.
metaphor. Hey, before we go, I want to say, hey, people, you want to? I got my 12 vials. I'm waiting for to use on my puppy. I'm gonna show you guys. Go to TRK. No, the website is
trkennels.co.
yes .co. And this is what I bought. I bought the probiotic. I got the 12 vials. This is human grade too.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, 100%,
And
100%, no side effects.
there you go. So listen, I want to say, man, I want to appreciate you for coming on. And
Of course, man. We'll
as I
do
always
we'll
say,
do
people.
we'll
Go
do it
ahead.
again with better setup because my internet. I think I might just do it on my phone. It's better.
It looks better.
Do you hear me like
Yeah,
Chris? Okay.
very clear. Unlike like it's not. It's like you had a mic on.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. So I think I'm just gonna do it on my phone next time, so it'll be better. But no, man, I like you, man. So that's why I'm here, always here to connect. There are big things happening. There are more collabs coming. I've connected with somebody very very important today. They reached out to me, and it's all educational. Which again, we'll talk about that once I pull the trigger on that. As far as the thymic protein supplement goes, guys, we're coming up. We're trialing a higher dose of it, on two of my dogs. Then we're gonna see because they have heavy weight, they're 100
Mhm.
plus, and we're gonna see them if how would it work and what are the levels gonna be, because all the antifungal, all these medicines affect the liver, and we want to make sure that we get them off of meds as soon as possible. I connected with somebody today, and they filled me in that because they purchased their product and they've been using it for like almost 2 months now, and they had a dog with a severe skin issue, right? Because this is everything, severe skin issue, and the dog was supposed to be red, like, the
Yeah.
whole dog. And because he had such a severe skin issue, he started losing his pigmentation, and he had only this big red left on his tailbone, and the whole tail was still like grayish and stuff. So today she was telling me, was super excited, and it's her mom's dog, a parent's dog, and she's like, they're super happy that because of this product, because it's regulate the immune
Yes.
system, it actually allows your and pushes your body to do what it should be and supposed to be doing. Dude, the pigmentation coming back with this red has become this big red, and they're so happy. They were like, we have tried everything, and this is like, and so stuff like that is happening, and it just makes me happy that, okay, cool, we can help one family at a time. And it's just like the goal is bigger here, and I'm always happy to connect and talk about it. Maybe next time we would dive a little deeper in it, because there is a gel that is silver, and it actually is helping any sort of cuts, bruises on dogs, and anything like that.
I appreciate it, man. Listen,
Yeah. What is that?
Tasha hit me up. I can't even get stuff done. Tasha hit me up. Hey, I want to say every time I get off the podcast, I always say, be resilient, but be responsible. Until next
Yeah.
time.
And respectful. All right, later.